want to see the flames, so don't spark the match. We like rookie Kurt Angle, make your ankle snap. Three amigos like Eddie, but don't lie or steal. Only cheat when we gotta, but to win we will. Mike skills like Dusty, but go hard like Brock. I'm a stunner like Austin, dropping elbows like Mach. Y'all don't want to see the finish, cause it's us on top. 1, 2, 3, get the V and get a warrior pop. Yo!
Yep. What's up, guys? Joe here from the Bump Boys. We got Dan and Will. Say hello, men.
What's up?
Finally, Mr. Underscore Wilbers 95, aka William, aka King William, is back with one of these
How you guys
reviews.
doing?
It's good.
I'm
Man.
doing okay. Tired.
I missed you guys.
It's all good.
I know it's nice having you back on these reviews, Will. It's been a while.
It's been a while since I first.
We're trying to different stuff. We're trying different stuff now too. So
Different things. The Bump Boys, as you guys know, as a channel, before we get to this review, Bump Boys are growing. We all now have the same mics, high-end mics too, as well. Some of the best mics in the game. You know, if you look at Danny, you can already tell what mics we're using. But anyway,
Facts.
Bump Boys, we're growing, guys. Appreciate the support, and we're gonna get into this review. This is gonna be our Smackdown March 25th review of 2022. Joe, take it away.
All right. So I think we can all agree that this show was pretty bad.
oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
So
I will say.
Like
Wait,
the first
I will
hour.
say this. Wait, let me say this. They let the wrestlers wrestle. That's the one thing I'll give them, is they let the wrestlers wrestle, and I think that's just because of WrestleMania. They got to let them get warmed up and get used to these longer matches.
So I wrote a
Yes,
couple
down.
things down, and that was the only positive things really I saw. So
Brock's segments, like the usual stuff.
This one was okay. I don't think this one was as like I did like the, you know, obviously we'll kick off with Brock going into, you know, invading Roman's locker room. I did like that was funny, but the end stuff was a little bit cheesy, just him jumping on the table and all that kind of stuff.
Looked like an idiot.
Yeah.
yeah. So let's just put all that together and get that off the rip. So Brock and Roman's whole segment tonight was, you know, Brock coming in before Roman and then just destroying his, you know, locker room. And eventually it led to, you know, Roman retreating. But it was a very awkward segment where, you know, twice Brock got on the announce table when he could have just went in the ring. Like,
Yeah.
he could have really just suplexed Roman and got his hand on Heyman. But it just seemed like there was some issues with the timing.
I got an issue with Roman in this whole last couple one. He's like refuting like a little bitch.
Well, I think that's the whole storyline. You know, he's talking this shit, but he's not walking the walk.
Yeah.
Well, remember, he's giving the he's untouchable. Remember, that's his thing.
Yeah.
You know, think of it
Big
like
God.
this. You know, I'm on the level of God. God's untouchable. You're like, you're not gonna touch me. I touch you when you touch me when I want you to touch me.
That shirt is kind of sick.
Yeah, I do fuck with it. I do
Yeah.
like it.
So I was telling some of my friends, and we were talking about like our achievements, and I was like hyping myself. I was like, no, I'm on God mode. You know what that means? Like, nah. I was like, I'm greatness on a different level. And they're like, that's a really good idea for a t-shirt. And I was like, yeah, it's Roman Reigns. And I stole that thing. I was like, shout out to Roman Reigns, WWE.shot.com. They're like, yo, I hate wrestling. I might buy the shirt though. So I showed them the shirt, and they're like, that's the cleanest shirt they've seen in a while.
Good slogan.
But so that was the Brock and Roman segment, which I think we can get that out of the way. Next we had Jimmy Uso versus Shinsuke Nakamura. This match was long for him, in my opinion. Like, I went and did like a whole bathroom break. I did like dinner and stuff like that, and then I came back to it, and it was still
going
on.
I'm not a fan of Shinsuke.
So I was asleep
fell
during
off
this
for me.
match. Shinsuke's kind of like, eh.
Yeah, Danny was taking a dirt nap, so we'll take care of this one. I've never been a fan of. I've been a fan of Shinsuke's like entrance. I've just never been a fan of that Japanese strong style. Like, it's just, to me, it's just like too spazzy. Like, even when Dean Ambrose was doing it, I was not a big fan of even Dean Ambrose in that sense. I thought that, like, it's a lot different. Like, obviously Randy does a little bit of like the spazzy flip out. Like, I can kind of tolerate that, but the spazzy, like that's why I'm also not even a fan of like Kyle O'Reilly. Too much of that like kickboxing style to me doesn't fit with wrestling to what I want it to be. I don't know. I'm just one of those, like, I know it's like pre-annotated. So if you're doing all this extra shit that's almost like a UFC fight, I don't want to see it. I would rather just watch you. I don't know. That's just me.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like
I can agree with that. It's
the
got it back
style.
and forth.
Oh no, you go.
Yeah, like definitely the style. Like it's definitely like it gets annoying after a while. Makes him look very. Shinsuke makes Shinsuke look very gay.
Yeah. Just weird. Sarah's
I
like,
feel
this
like
dude's weird. That's what Sarah said. This dude's weird.
I feel like with his knee strikes, it's always like his finisher is the same as his basic knee strike. So it's like I never know when it's actually the Kinshasa and when it's actually just a knee strike that he's hitting.
Very confusing.
But
Also,
Shinsuke does pick up the win.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you guys want to talk about that match, or can we move on to our next one?
we can move on. And anything you want to talk
All
about,
right.
Will?
No, I'm good. Said everything I wanted to get off my chest.
Next, we had King Xavier Woods returning versus Rich Holland. This was a quick match. King Woods with the roll up win.
I wasn't a fan of that either.
Wasn't a fan of it at all.
I think they rushed maybe King Woods. I maybe would have saved King Woods as like a surprise tag team, maybe as a tag team
For WrestleMania.
person. Yeah,
Like, oh, Kofi, you're all by
Yeah.
yourself. There's no one enough. And then it's like also like if you're gonna give us King Woods, obviously you don't want us to. I know why they did the roll up. You don't want to show us any of Xavier Woods wrestling, but I would have rather have just saved his in-ring debut for WrestleMania. I don't need to see you roll up somebody that quick.
Agreed.
it's like they're like trying to pat it on to get to the next week.
Next match or next segment we had was Ronda and Charlotte. This
I was
just a
awake for this
dumpster
one.
fire. This is terrible.
This was a dumpster fire. Yeah.
Ronda
Oh.
literally made a mistake, and then she should just kept going with it. But she got tongue tied. She was like, I'm the SmackDown, or I'm the women's SmackDown champion. I mean, SmackDown Women's Champion. Why
She's
do
an
we
avid-
even call it SmackDown or Women's Champion? I'm
Why I
just
gotta
a
say woman,
SmackDown
yeah.
champion. I'm like, yo, just shut up. You like just keep going with it. Keep going. Like you already fucked up. Keep going. Now you're making yourself look stupid. So her mic skills they've gotten worse, which I don't even know how it's possible. It's even worse lately.
They need to just let her be a badass. They just need to let her just.
She
Let it
needs like a
loose.
Dan Lambert, I think. She needs
Agreed.
someone who can be
Talk
fluid
for
on
her.
the mic, just talk for her, and just Rhonda can say her few things here and there, but you just need
She can
someone
work
that's
on
like
her
advocating
skills
it.
until then. She can work on her skills till then.
Yeah.
And Charlotte basically just like, it is what it is.
What
You're
is
the
shock
challenger.
you?
I'm the champion. There's nothing else really to talk about. So,
Would it shock
shut
you
up.
if Charlotte actually wins this match?
no,
No,
I don't want Ronda to win.
I don't. No. Not a fan of it, dogs.
It's a no for me, dog.
Same.
No. We'll get to that video next week.
And the last part, or no, there's two more things we got ahead of us. We had the WWE Intercontinental Title Challenger qualifier match, or whatever, where it was Humberto versus Ricochet, and then they messed up. That match had a lot of technical difficulties.
This shit was sloppy as
I
fuck.
was asleep during this one, so I have no clue what's going on.
Ricochet was decent on the mic, though. I will give him that. Like I said, I'll point out some good. Like he was good on the mic when he was like,
I think it's stupid that he's defending it to SmackDown before and not on the actual show.
well, there's nothing for him that he's never going to be on WrestleMania
Yeah.
card.
That's ridiculous.
Just like, for example, what's crazy? We're not getting Finn Balor versus Damian Priest at WrestleMania. They're in the Battle Man Royale. They're in the Andre. WWE.
Fucking WWE.
You piece of shits.
Like you put Logan Paul on fucking WrestleMania, but you can't fucking fit your own fucking mid card titles.
Told you this piece of shit wrestling company. God damn.
So, some things I noticed with this match was like the technical difficulties was they were like, it's Angel versus Ricochet, and then we find out it's Humberto versus Ricochet.
Well, it's supposed to be
when they have,
Humberto
like-
first, then it switched to Angel. Yeah.
And then so on the thing, I was like, Angel Garza with Humberto Carrillo, and then Humberto's like, the whole thing was like so confusing. The kiss cam thing.
Even the
was
commentators
weird.
were confused as fuck. They were like, "What the fuck?" I thought, and they were like, "Oh, it's when Angel went to go then get because Ricochet called him out for the original match they were supposed to have, even Michael Cole and Pat McAfee. Sorry, yeah, he was like, so does that mean Angel gets to qualify for the Intercontinental title if he wins? And then they went to commercial break, like the picture by picture, and then they came back and was like, I guess we've just received your news. This will be for the contender, the contender match. Sorry, this will be also a number one contenders match. And I was just like, Ricochet was doing his thing.
They changed that on the fly. They definitely.
It sounded like they were changing some shit on the fly. Yeah, facts. But I will say this: Ricochet was absolutely money, though. So the moves he was doing, he did a cool little jump off the top rope onto the apron, not the apron, sorry, onto the floor, and he went super high in the air. He looked really good in this match.
The only issue I had was the ending was very predictable, knowing that they were heels. I was like, I feel like they're just gonna grab him by the feet, and then he's gonna end up getting a championship match.
Yeah,
and unfortunately, that's what happened. So,
and the ref counted fast as fuck. 8, 9, 10.
What did he?
Yeah.
What did he?
What did he? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, she was counting fast as fuck. Once she got to 7, she went 8, 9, 10. I was like, this time, so y'all don't even count when someone's outside the ring. The fuck? There's not enough consistency in it, and we're gonna call you out on your bullshit, WWE. But overall, this wasn't a good segment.
But yeah, it wasn't the greatest, and now we're having a triple threat for that with the Los Lotharios. And our last segment is the WWE Women's Tag Team Champion, Zelina Vega, Sasha Banks, Rhea Ripley, and Shayna Baszler in a Fatal 4-Way match.
I thought this match wasn't bad.
It wasn't great.
It was okay for what it was, but this was dog shit too. I'm sorry.
I was expecting a lot more.
Didn't we miss like Austin Theory, Pat McAfee stuff?
That was filler, bro. It was filler.
Okay then.
The only thing I thought, and that was it.
The only thing I thought was funny is was it during Brock's entrance that Pat McAfee was like going crazy? Like you could see him in the background standing up going crazy. He's like, yeah.
And then Brock said, "Fuck, sit your ass down, boy," and he chased him off with the chair at the end of the segment. I don't know. This SmackDown was just so all over the place. Like it just felt like
it felt like someone wasn't there tonight.
It's like as if they just didn't have any ideas and they were just like, okay, what can we do? Oh yeah, let's put the other half of the tag teams in a Fatal 4-Way and then just have it not finished. Like it was just
it was filler. It was filler. That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
So
I feel like they're putting all their baskets right now into Raw to try to get this Cody Steph feud.
I gotta say, yo, Raw, like you know what's funny? I did not see the full Kevin Owens segment until I saw the previews, the reviews, that what do you call it? The highlights. Sorry, I was like reviews trying to think. The highlights of him coming out as Stone Cold. Bro, just from the highlights, I'm like, yo, I have to go back and watch this segment. Yo,
dude, it was awesome.
Yes,
it was
with the
great.
ball cap. Yes, I missed that segment. Oh my god. And like, it was just they had the knee braces and one of the braces hanging off, bro. Like this shit was hilarious.
I honestly can't wait. I honestly can't wait for that Raw. Because you know why? Because the whole Raw is literally just going to be Seth Rollins basically holding Raw captured. Because he said at the end of Raw, he's like, "Oh, if I don't get a match on Raw next week, I'm going to hold this show captured."
Yeah, we know Cody's going to come and save the day, Chris Jericho type style. So,
yeah, Jericho gave it away.
All right, but
SmackDown to me,
SmackDown. What are you guys giving it for a grade? I'm giving it a 4.2.
5.
Yeah, 5. I'll give it 5.
So a quick 2 hours, but it was
a 4.6. We'll call it safe 4.6.
Correct.
I thought it was a lagging hour, even the hour I watched.
Yeah.
All right. Well, 4.6 for SmackDown. SmackDown, get your shit up. Other than that, no closing statements on my end. You guys?
No.
All right. This has been Dan, Joe, and Will from the Bump Boys signing out.
Must bid you adieu, goodbye, mwah, and good night.